I've been very critical of the Star Wars shows on Disney+. I really believe they haven't fully reached the potential they have, and overall, just find a lot of it sort of mediocre. Now don't get me wrong, the shows have their great moments. There's plenty in The Mandalorian, like Luke Skywalker in Chapter 16, or Din fighting with the Darksaber, but I think the limited budgets and lack of dedication to a singular storyline has really held them back. So because of this, I've been feeling kind of just meh when it comes to the upcoming content. But then, a trailer for The Acolyte leaked, and it looks amazing. Now unfortunately, this trailer has been taken down with full force, probably by Bob Iger himself. So I'm going to try my best to show you it when discussing important elements that caught my eyes and attention without getting sniped by Kathleen Kennedy. So Kathleen, if you're watching this and are upset, I am sorry, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I've been saying for a while now that The Acolyte has huge potential, and I know many others agree. There is some controversy currently going on behind the director, but to be honest, I think people were sort of exaggerating just a bit when it came to what she said. I'm not saying I agreed with what she said, I just thought it was taken a little bit out of proportion. Plus, I tend to separate the art from the artist and just look at the product as it is. For example, Tony Gilroy has made it clear he's not even really a Star Wars fan, yet manages to make one of the greatest Star Wars shows on Disney+, and in my opinion, one of the best and most well-written Star Wars stories we've ever had. So yeah, I'm gonna hold my judgments until I see the product from now on. So with The Acolyte, yeah, a pretty big trailer got leaked. Now again, I can't play the trailer without getting sniped by Kathleen Kennedy, obviously. I can, however, show some screenshots and short snippets of it. And there's actually one specific shot at the very end. It is the final shot in the trailer that it melted my socks off. I think if there's one thing I've been waiting for with Disney Star Wars, it's the High Republic era done justice. I've read some of the books and it's got a neat foundation, but considering this era is focused on the idea that the Jedi are at their peak, I honestly was worried this time frame wouldn't get fleshed out into live action properly. I'm glad to say I was wrong, and speaking of this era, Star Wars Eclipse is still looking to be released sometime in 2026, which I know is a long ways away, but I can see it connecting to The Acolyte in some way or another. I really am excited for this game. But let's now talk about this trailer and some of these standout moments it had. The first thing that caught my attention was these Neimoidians. Perhaps Newt Gunray is involved at this point. I don't know if he's even alive right now. I think it would be great to implement the Separatists or Confederacy of Independent Systems or the Trade Federation, whatever the hell they're called during this time period, as I believe there's a lot of potential with the political side of things during the High Republic era. And I believe this show takes place 90 years before The Phantom Menace, so perhaps we can start to see the buildup of the foundation that the Separatists have been working on. It would be neat to see them start to plan out their next big advancement with their military, this being a droid army. And shortly after that, there's an area that really resembles the interior buildings on Mustafar that Anakin was in when he went and, slaughtered the rest of the Separatists. I'm not 100% sure that this is where it's at, but it looks very similar. And now for one of the coolest shots in it, a Jedi. There's a man and a woman inside of some sort of icy cave system, and the guy ignites a yellow lightsaber. Now, yellow lightsabers are typically wielded by Jedi Temple guards during the prequel era, so it makes me wonder if there's going to be some change in that with the High Republic. Who knows? I would say they weren't created by the Jedi until the prequel era, but they are mentioned in some of the High Republic novels. Overall, it is pretty neat to once again see another yellow lightsaber blade in live action. And now we get what looks to be our first look at the interior of the Jedi Temple in this era. Like the Mustafar shot, I'm not 100% certain that this is the temple, like the one on Coruscant, but it definitely resembles it, and we even see other Jedi in classic robes walking in the background, so I'd say it's a pretty safe bet. And now for the final sequence that, like I said, blew my socks off. We get a shot with 8 Jedi. The person in the middle, who I'm assuming is going to be a main protagonist just based on the shot composition itself, he ignites his cyan blue lightsaber, and right after, the other 7 ignite theirs. We even have 3 green blades, 2 blue, and 3 yellow blades. This shot sealed the deal for my hype for this show. And funny enough, it actually reminds me of the old Jedi Power Battles game and the opening intro it had. Did anyone else play that when they were young, or was it just me? If I recall, it was only available on PlayStation 2. But like I said, this shot sealed the deal for me. I thought this was absolutely badass and really made me excited for the show. I am ready to see more Jedi. So yeah, the Acolyte truly looks like something special for us Star Wars fans, and I cannot wait for it to be released. It's an 8-episode series and comes out sometime in 2024. My guess is it'll be early 2024 after Ahsoka, probably around February or March. And speaking of Ahsoka is right around the corner, and with so many leaks and rumors, I can't help but to be excited, yet worried at the same time. It's like a toxic relationship. I really just need to wait and see for when it comes out. So guys, let me know your thoughts about this trailer, or I should say these screenshots of this trailer. Pray to the Force that I don't get my entire channel removed and lawyers stepped onto my doorstep. Let me know in the comments down below if you would give a like to this video if you liked it, or disliked if you hated it. And yeah, guys, subscribe for more Star Wars news, updates, and more, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one.